Hey, welcome to Half the Battle, and welcome back to Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. We're in, I want to say, the middle, but probably not. Well, we're past the beginning of the trial, the third trial, so yeah, we're gonna continue that. Let's have some fun, shall we? Of course, I have no idea where I left off. So that's gonna take like a moment to reacclimatize. We found out how they hit Hiyoko's body. Oh yeah, that's right, we have to solve who killed Hiyoko. And, I don't know, offer them a glass of champagne or something. But we also have to find the killer of Ibuki. And offer them a glass of poisoned champagne because she was best girl. Let's dig in.
But the killer made a mistake. They accidentally ripped off a piece of the wallpaper. And because of that, a scrap was left on the baton lighting.
The killer must have been in a hurry. Their plan took too long. Hajime could have walked in on them.
Nagito, I missed you. Like I miss a strap infection.
But going to the trouble of hiding the body and the pillar is very bold and risky.
But the crime itself would be much easier to pull off since they don't have much to do while Hajime's gone. They just have to peel off that wallpaper and stash it in the storage room. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, I did it in like 5 minutes, guys.
Then, when was Hiyoko actually killed?
Good point. And on that note, it's about time we shed some light on those imitation murders.
Oh, Christ.
You mentioned imitation murder more than once. But what is that?
Are you kidding me? You haven't seen my masterpiece? The Wizard of Monami 2.5D?
They're gonna show it again, aren't they?
Hey! Don't put my likeness in your movies without my permission.
Hear that, Disney?
You're pretty noisy for someone who eats mothballs.
Okay, I'm pretty sure he said mothballs, and the text says mossballs.
I don't eat mothballs. I just enjoy looking at them.
No, it's mossballs, which makes no sense, I think. What the hell are mossballs?
I knew it. There are so many similarities. It must have been intentional.
Ibuki's death by hanging matches the Scarecrow's death from the movie. Not just that, but Hiyoko getting taped up after her death matches the lion's death.
Not really, because they were not taped up, the lion. He was pierced by arrows.
It's as if both crimes were replicas of scenes from the movie, although the mutilated Tin Man was omitted.
But why did the killer go to all this trouble in the first place?
I don't know.
Based on what we know, the reason the killer chose these imitations isn't that difficult to figure out.
Oh, please, enlighten us, douchebag. The reason the killer imitated the two victims in that movie? They probably wanted us to think everything was happening the same way it did in the movie. Because they like movies, yeah, sure. To mix up the killing order. They said earlier that they didn't know when Hiyoko was killed.
I see!
The reason the killer imitated two of the murders from the movie was so he'd mix up the killing order.
Then, Hiyoko was actually killed before Ibuki?
Yeah, that makes sense because Ibuki had blood on her shoes.
A valid line of reasoning.
Yeah, it's valid. The condition of Ibuki's body suggests that as well.
What do you mean? If you're going to cry and beg like that, then I guess I'll hear about the condition of Ibuki's body.
She had a fine body, dude.
I'm not even crying.
Chiaki doing my job for me.
I'll let you sob as much as you want later. Just hurry up and tell me before I change my mind.
Chiaki is just going,
What a jerk!
yeah, and you're a creepy, pervy stalker. So, you know, pot kettle.
Oh, I see. You want me to explain it to you, right? Because you don't understand what I'm saying, right?
Well, fuck that, because we all know that the protagonist is gonna have to explain it.
An even bigger jerk? Impossible!
Look, Ibuki died because she hanged herself, right?
Debatable.
That means when she was still alive, her feet were touching the floor.
Okay, yes.
What's wrong with that?
But it seems Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was killed.
She's still standing.
That would mean Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki.
How light. Your words are so light as the sylph's feather.
Not looking that up.
Your opponent is out of your league. It is too absurd to try to perplex me so inadequately.
Man, he's being annoying again.
Look who's talking.
First and foremost, you claim Ibuki's feet were touching the floor when Hiyoko was killed. How can a low-class creature with no psychic abilities like you know something like that?
He's got something of Vegeta about him, doesn't he?
Because she was doing something that's only possible if her feet were on the floor.
Walking? Oh, she's pissed, guys.
It seems you suffer from a pathetic delusion.
Ta-da, says the hamster.
You're one to talk.
Anyway, if this continues, we're just gonna talk in circles. I think it's best if we clarify Ibuki's status when Hiyoko was killed. Yeah, told you I have to do it. They do all the arguing, but I have to... Yeah, blood on the souls.
When Hiyoko died, Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
Oh, no, I can't agree
I
with
am
it.
telling you to present your evidence.
Give me a minute.
Did you see her walking?
If her feet were on the floor, was there any sign she stepped on something?
Yes!
I agree with that. Just as Sonia said, Ibuki stepped on something.
A bug.
That something was blood. There were faint blood stains on the soles of her slippers.
That is not Ibuki's blood, right? She suffered no external injuries. Then it's Hiyoko's blood!
A doy?
Hyoko's only wound was a fatal slice on her neck. And she died almost instantly, right?
If Ibuki stepped on her blood...
It means Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was mortally wounded. Which means Ibuki was still alive at the exact moment Hiyoko was killed.
I don't think this is the case, but maybe they're going for Ibuki killed Hiyoko for some reason, because of the disease maybe? And then when she realized what she's done, she hung herself? But I don't think that's where this is going.
Don't underestimate
Oh,
the power of the evil eye! Is that it? A shepherd dressed in his Sunday's finest still reeks of lamb, Hajime Hinata.
Does that mean you have a rebuttal?
Why? Yes, I do! And he moons him.
Does that mean you have a rebuttal? That's a good line.
No, it really isn't.
But are you sure you're sure? If I show you how serious I am, this world might be destroyed, you know.
Yeah, what Hajime does.
You're so frightened you can't even make a sound. It seems you've realized our difference in status.
Let me just get my sword of truth out.
The time for conviction starts now. You better entertain me to the fullest.
I don't know what to pick here. The smudge on the floor, maybe?
You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet belonged to Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no... You can't step on blood that was... Just about one see a nice nightmare. You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet belonged... Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood. You can't step on blood that was never
Wrong
there.
button.
Just about 1 minute. Did you see a nice nightmare?
Yeah, blah, blah, blah.
You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet will... Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor.
Allow me to
There
cut
we
through
go.
those words! That's not it. The reason there was no blood on the floor is because the killer wiped it away afterward.
Phew.
Don't say such foolish things. You don't have proof of that at all.
I just slashed you with the proof. With my proof sword. Man, this game is weird.
Yes, I do. If you look closely, there's a streak on the floor where blood was wiped away.
When the killer tried to hide Hyoko's body, they probably cleaned the blood at the same time, but
Did a shit job of it.
Ibuki must have already stepped in it, and the killer probably didn't even realize it.
The reason they wiped off the blood on the floor was so we'd mix up the order of the murders, right?
That too.
Even if they're able to hide Hyoko's body, it'd be bad if her blood was left out in the open.
Plus, Ibuki's body was left out in the open, and it wasn't bleeding from any open wounds at all.
Hyoko's body was probably wrapped in duct tape to stop her bleeding.
You stop bleeding once you're dead because the heart isn't pumping anymore?
Actually, the bleeding will
Oh, for
stop
shit's
once
sake.
the heart stops beating. So I don't think they had to go that far.
Thank you, Mikan. Yeah. I guess I'm the ultimate nurse, too.
Aside from Mikan, none of us were aware of that fact, so the killer probably did not know it either.
Maybe the heater was running inside the music venue so it would screw with Mikan's autopsy?
That's right! I didn't know the time of death because of the heater!
If the time of death wasn't mentioned in the Monokuma file just to keep concrete evidence from us.
And he just looks over at Monokuma with a look, you know, that asshole.
Yep. Since we have all this evidence, there's no one else who wants to object, right? Then it's decided. Hyoko was killed before Ibuki.
Case closed. We can all go home now.
It appears that it is wiser to retreat for now.
Yeah, you do.
Fine then. But regardless of good or evil, there's no deceit in upholding one's convictions.
Or upholding the trial so this goes on forever.
Can't you just shut up and back off?
Now then, let us resume our debate.
Yes, let's.
Wait a sec.
Oh, for shit's
There's
sake.
something I want to run by Monokuma first.
Please be the killer.
Again? Didn't something like this happen last time too?
It keeps happening.
Hey, if the victim actually committed suicide, what are we supposed to do?
I don't know. Look at the last game. Den Monokuma just executed a laptop. So, there was a laptop in one of the places. Maybe he'll do that again. Huh? Suicide?
The same as always. You have to vote for who the killer is. Think about it. A suicide means you've killed the most important existence of all, yourself. Unfortunately, that means there's no Blacken to punish, but I guess in a pinch, I can always punish Monami.
I can actually get behind that.
Why me?
Because you're annoying.
Nagito? What do you mean? If the victim actually committed suicide?
Well, I mean, I understand Hyoko's death, but I'm wondering if Ibuki was really murdered. For example, it's possible Ibuki killed Hyoko and then committed suicide due to a guilty conscience, right?
Oh, Christ, I had the exact same theory as Nagito. I'm in a dark place now.
That's totally impossible! Then she never would have killed her to begin with!
I don't know, Hyoko was pretty annoying.
She was afflicted by the despair disease, remember? That means anything can happen.
Look at that smile. Oh, if you guys heard that, I have my window open because it's nice and warm spring evening here. And that was a motorcycle. The pain of my existence when I record stuff for YouTube.
But if Ibuki's the killer, she wouldn't have been able to falsify the sequence of the murders, right?
Why not?
After Hajime saw the hanged body,
Oh, right.
the sudden appearance of Hiyoko's body soon after means...
Maybe she was only pretending. No, that doesn't make sense either.
the killer had to be alive at that time.
Good point,
Then she
Jackie.
was alive.
No.
When Hajime first discovered Ibuki, she was just pretending to be dead.
But if she was gonna kill herself, then why go through all the...
If she waited until Hajime left, that's when she could have made her move and mess with the crime scene.
He's just being... confusing asshole again, isn't he?
She hanged herself. Remember? There's no fucking way she could have faked that.
And if she was going to fake her death, I think she wouldn't have chosen hanging. Her body would have been defenseless in that state. If anyone touched her, that alone would have ruined her plan.
Yeah, but... do you really go up to a dead body and... Hey, thanks for the follow, Kinokabal. Do you really go up to a hanging body and start, I don't know, tickling it? I don't think so.
I see. So that means there's no doubt that someone killed those two. I'm glad. Now I'm free to search for the killer.
Yeah, thanks for wasting another 10 minutes, Nagito. Like usual.
What the heck?
There's still one more issue on my mind.
Would you just die already?
If Ibuki didn't commit suicide, then just what was that video Hajime saw?
Huh?
According to that video you saw, Ibuki was by herself when she climbed the stepladder, right?
Well, obviously that's not Ibuki.
Then does that mean someone forced her to do it?
Well, it's someone thin, so it could be you, Nagito.
Forced? Perhaps they used hypnotism or something?
Or Sonia, if we assume that the figure is a girl.
I don't know anything about that.
Sure you don't.
Don't say it all proud.
Putting that aside, it seems obvious that the killer did something. So, maybe we should figure out who was able to do whatever that was.
Ah, okay.
So, an alibi.
You know, considering she's foreign and everything, I'm surprised that they don't have her mispronounce words, like make it alibi.
Then our plan is to destroy the weakest alibi.
You go, girl! You know, I really should buff up on Nirvana quotes or lyrics, because I feel like I'm wasting a lot of potential here.
Since Hajime has seen the video, it is clear what time the crime took place.
But just to be sure, that surveillance camera doesn't have a record function, right?
It's a cheap-ass surveillance camera, you know? There's no way it'd have some kind of sweet recording feature.
Even old, cheap surveillance cameras, yeah, they do. Well, the thing they're connected to does.
Then, the video Hajime saw was actually live?
What time did Hajime see that video?
I saw it at the hospital, right before Monokuma's morning announcement.
Oh, thank God. I thought I was gonna have to, pick a time.
And I saw the body at the music venue a little after Monokuma's announcement.
So Ibuki hanged herself right before Monokuma's announcement. And since we established that Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki, that means the time that the murders occurred was before and during the announcement.
Sure, why not?
Then, we just have to find the person who doesn't have an alibi during that time?
Now then, I shall issue my decree. Let Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi commence.
Sonia, you're cute. Oh shit. No, for you, no. Mikan, yeah, we're gonna go with
We can
Mikan.
exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
No, we can't.
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I
Hello.
think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Also true.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi,
I do.
No, that's wrong!
I was doing Mikan.
Hold on. Not all of us are missing an alibi. In fact, Mikan and I both have alibis.
Just don't ask us to elaborate.
you two have alibis?
Yes, moving on.
Up until I saw that hanging video, Mikan and I were actually together for a while.
And like I said, moving on.
We even woke up together that morning.
Oh shit.
Hey, what kind of situation is that?
Thank you, Soda.
I accidentally fell asleep on top of Hajime.
Thank you, Mikan. Oh shit. And the music stopped. Oh, I think Shiaki just went bye-bye. This is a shock. We're kind of screwed here, guys.
Too much info.
Yeah. I just wanted to move on. Hey, you know, we actually, she fell asleep on top of me twice. Should we mention that, Mikan?
Yeah, it's not like that. She just came to tell me Nagato's condition had improved.
And she tripped and fell onto my penis. Onto my bed.
And we went to the hospital together afterward. So we were together until right before the announcement.
And we were holding hands and we were... Mikan, shh!
I get it. You guys have alibis.
And STDs by now, probably.
If that's the case, the killer must be someone else.
It's better if we think about it like that.
And stop thinking about those horrible carnal activities that you and that slut have been doing.
The killer decided to falsify the murder sequence to hide the actual time of the crime anyway.
So it's inevitable that an alibi for both before and during the morning announcement would be very important.
It feels like Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has backed us into a corner instead.
Well, we did do Operation Find the Strongest Alibi. Oh, good. Nagito's thinking.
But committing an imitation murder, is that really all it was?
Huh?
Faking the time the crime occurred by falsifying the murder sequence, hiding their alibi in the process? Was that the only reason the killer made both bodies imitate the movie?
Are you saying there was another reason?
I feel really bad for confusing you guys so much, but that's how I feel.
And here's the biggest lie of the entire game.
I think the killer had a completely different reason for falsifying the murder sequence.
Enlighten us. The killer had a different reason. If that's the case, are we still in the killer's trap? Inside a trap set by one of us. Must resist Admiral Akbar reference. If so, then whose and what kind of trap is it? Suspended! Oh, sweet Jesus, we're only halfway through.
Hiya!
Well, hello there, mon ami. The moss balls sure look tasty today.
Stop it!
Don't characterize me as someone who lives off moss balls. And here's some chance time! Oh, what's that? Now then, Manomi's appeal time starts now! Appeal time? Your kind-hearted big brother is gonna give you the chance to reclaim your honor. Let's waste more time. Yay. Good luck. Show those jerks who treat you like a redheaded stepchild who's boss. That's 99% your fault. While you are whining, your time's already running out, so please make your appeal simple. About 30,000 words or so. And that sounds like a joke, but somebody go ahead and look up or figure out how many words there actually are in a Danganronpa game. And the answer may surprise you. That's too long. It'll just be a boring appeal. Come on, if your appeal is successful, there might be merchandise opportunities heading your way. Oh man, I'm Usami, magical miracle girl, Usami. I'm a itty bitty girl who's sweet like milk. Jeez, and I thought a certain robot's little sister was supposed to be the best.
What a disappointment!
Who are you talking about? I have no clue whatsoever. Oh, thank Christ that's over. Nah, I'm good, thanks. Resume.
I'm Monami. Once again, I've been put in such an unreasonable situation.
It never ends.
Seriously, he's like the king of unreasonableness. Why did it turn out like this? We were supposed to have a fun, friendly school trip, but it turned out all bloody instead. No! This definitely cannot be allowed. That's why I want you to remember this.
This is the piss break part of the stream, folks.
Everyone, do your very best. Don't lose to yourself. And don't forget to save frequently.
Thanks, Monica. The reason the killer did an imitation murder is a reason other than falsifying the murder sequence. Does something like that even exist?
Huh. It suddenly got quiet in here.
What, weren't you there for the whole intermission thing?
Did I confuse you? If so, I wish I could die from self-loathing.
We all wish you could, Nagito. We all wish you could.
Man, this again.
If that's the case, it would have been just dandy if they had gone ahead and killed me too.
Can't argue with you there, buddy.
If that happened, the imitation would have been perfect. So why didn't they do that?
Yeah, your body all chopped up. Warms the cockles of my heart just thinking about it.
Well, it's against the rules to kill 3 people in the first place.
I decided during this case.
That rule is too harsh. I couldn't get killed because of that.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Seriously, just shut up already! Shut up forever!
You say it, Soda. What, did he actually listen? Is he actually listening?
But I'm thinking about it again, and he's totally right. It feels incomplete.
Okay, guys, we've been going for half an hour, so I'm gonna take a quick bio break. Could have done that during the actual intermission, but here we are. I'll be back in a minute. Talks amongst yourselves. And we're back for more Doki Doki Homicide Club.
Because they didn't kill 3 people like the movie did? That's only because of Monokuma's rule.
It's not just that. Come on, try to remember the content of the movie.
We all desperately tried to forget that.
About the lion that got killed second.
That's the one Hyoko's body was imitating, right?
Why does it look like Hello Kitty?
Even though we're calling it an imitation, the lion was actually pinned by arrows, right?
So the killer must have been... the Green Arrow! Or Hawkeye, either or.
But Hyoko's body was suspended by common household duct tape.
Yeah, well, to be fair, where the hell was the killer supposed to get a bow and that many arrows? And don't say the store.
Maybe they just used a common substitute because it was too difficult to imitate the arrows.
Well, that's probably it, but that attitude is what makes this feel incomplete. If falsifying the murder sequence was the killer's plan from the very beginning, they should have taken steps to properly imitate it.
Okay.
But if we never realized it was a half-assed imitation, their entire plan would have been completely useless.
What are you trying to say? Are you saying the imitation wasn't planned?
Interesting. Especially since... why kill 2 people?
I'm saying, Hyoko's murder wasn't.
Ah, see?
What?
Hyoko's murder wasn't planned?
I understand that imitation wasn't enough, but aren't you making a bunch of assumptions?
And making an ass out of you and me?
It's not just the poor imitation. There are also other strange details.
Strange details? Like what?
Like, for example, why did Hyoko go to the music venue?
To rock out? Why did Hyoko go to the music venue?
So, you're saying the truth behind Hyoko's murder is hidden?
I have no freaking clue what you're trying to say.
You and me both, Soda.
However, this is getting quite interesting. My 4 dark devas of destruction are getting riled up.
At least one of them is sleeping. Why Hyoko went to the music venue, if that's the key to all this. I need to find that out, no matter the cost. I've got to touch! I've got the power! The key proves that she...
Why did Hyoko
I don't know what it proves, but yes,
go to the music venue? There's no way we'd know that!
Maybe the killer summoned her.
Like with a spell?
If that's not it, maybe she got abducted by the killer.
No, maybe. She went of her own free will.
Yes!
I agree with that.
I'm just agreeing with Sonia the entire trial.
It's just as Sonia said. She went to the music venue of her own free will.
Hey, I need a new bestie now that Ibuki's dead. And I think Shaki's mad at me. Because of the whole Mikan thing.
So, exactly as I assumed.
If no one called for her, then why did she go?
Hyoko locked herself in her room because she was being overly cautious of the despair disease, you know? I don't think a person like that would leave their room just because someone called for them.
There's no way she got abducted?
No, we just said...
Hyoko locked the room she was staying in before she went out.
If she was forcibly taken from her room, there's no way she would have had time to lock it.
The killer could have locked her door, right? Just to hide the fact Hyoko got abducted.
Then they couldn't have hidden her room key that deep in her kimono. They would have put it somewhere more obvious.
Okay.
Otherwise, there's no point in messing with the crime scene if nobody finds the key. At the time, you were the one who actually took out the key, right? Then something like that.
I won't lose!
Oh, crap.
Are you saying my gut was wrong?
No, ma'am, I never talk bad about your gut.
This will be my first and last highlight of the day. Why won't you just let me shine already?
No! That's not the issue.
Shut up! Enough with your fancy talk. I'll shut you up right now.
Oh, she's going Super Saiyan. Sonia, she said that yeah, she said
Hiyoko
why
was
she
locked
went.
inside her room, right? She definitely got abducted or something.
The killer forced their way into Hiyoko's room.
Forcibly abducted her.
The girl is so small and weak looking.
And that's why the killer targeted her.
But Hiyoko's
Game
room
Boy.
was locked. The key was deep inside her kimono, remember? It's more likely that Hiyoko locked the door herself.
The killer was the one who locked the door. So what if the key was in her kimono? Maybe the killer just put it there later.
There's no reason for the killer to put the key in Hiyoko's kimono. The killer probably didn't realize she even had the key.
Hold on. Try remembering Hiyoko's body. Her kimono. There's only one reason her kimono would be that messed up. She thought that that's the proof she was abducted, right? My gut is totally right after all!
Shit. There's clearly a contradiction. Yeah, thanks, Ace
Hold on!
Attorney.
Try remembering Hiyoko's body. Her kimono was all messed up. There's only one reason her kimono would be that messed up. She fought the killer!
Allow me to cut through those words! The reason Hiyoko's kimono was messed up was because she wasn't able to properly wear it.
That's right.
Wear her kimono?
Yeah, it's also the reason why she decided to go out on her own.
Hiyoko seemed to be really struggling with wearing her kimono. I believe that was one of the reasons she locked herself in her room. That is why I informed her.
Yeah, her leg just goes up to her shoulder.
I told her that there was a full-length mirror at the music venue, and I suggested that she use it.
You know, Sonia, you could just offer to help her with the kimono, then this whole thing could have been avoided.
Then, the reason her kimono was messed up wasn't because she fought the killer.
Yeah, she went to the venue on her own just to fix her messed up kimono.
Love that line delivery. Yeah! Like he's fed up with this shit.
I get it. I lost. Boil me, burn me, take off my clothes. Do whatever you want to me.
Akane, thanks for the offer, but the fuck?
Hajime, now's your chance. Make her admit defeat. Or better yet, make her do a little something something.
Oh, for shit's sake. Yes, thanks for contributing, Kazuichi Soda. Assholes. I'm surrounded by assholes. Hell no.
Then, the killer probably couldn't have assumed that Hiyoko would go to the music venue.
Though that may not apply to Sonia, since she provided Hiyoko with that information.
Hey, I beat that Twitch. Good to see ya.
Though I knew she would go there, there is no way I could have predicted when she would arrive.
Don't go doubting Miss Sonia, you cretin. I'll put you and your hamsters 6 feet under.
Yeah, you and what army?
Kazuichi, it seems you have quite the fashion sense.
Let him finish.
Do you want me to incinerate your clothes? Perhaps I could do that while you're wearing them.
Why does everybody want to get naked? Seriously.
Gundam, please stop! For his sake!
It's like she totally believes all his mumbo-jumbo.
Huh? What do you mean, for my sake?
Of course. I've already overlooked no less than 10 opportunities to kill you.
Okay, this I believe, considering it's a murder game.
Even if the killer couldn't predict it, why did Hiyoko get killed in the music venue?
The only thing I can think of is, it was an unfortunate coincidence.
Coincidence?
When she went to the venue by herself, she was probably just unlucky and walked in on the crime scene.
I would have just turned around and ran out of the door, screaming all the way.
She was killed so there wouldn't be any loose ends?
We're playing Danganronpa 2, where the object of the game is to find whoever is the killer. It's a murder mystery game, sort of.
It probably happened when the killer was preparing to kill Ibuki. The killer most likely had already placed the hemp bag over her head, and without hesitation,
Killed Hiyoko.
Okay, but why did they have something to slash her throat with? If the original intention was to hang somebody.
because the killer used that coincidence for their crime, it made this case even trickier.
That's the reason they imitated the movie to falsify the murder sequence.
Which means that low-down scoundrel didn't plan on committing imitation murders at first.
Well, they're hell at improv then.
Then what was the killer actually planning to do?
Just kill Ibuki?
They've been cunning this far. There's no way they'd kill Ibuki without a plan.
Do you have any ideas?
No. But the protagonist probably does, right?
Damn, we don't know the most important part.
The killer's plan from the beginning. I'm pretty sure we're very, very close. No, I don't want to hear from you.
Hey Nagito, any ideas?
Hajime, what did I just say? Same team, buddy.
Hey, how long are you gonna stay quiet?
Oh, Christ, I know what's coming next.
Oh, am I allowed to speak?
Yeah, walked right into that one, didn't we?
I'm so happy I'm getting goosebumps. Everyone actually needs help from scum like me.
So what do you think?
I'm loving Hajime's line deliveries.
I was thinking about it while I had my mouth shut. But now I'm finally able to come to a conclusion. Ibuki definitely didn't commit suicide.
Yes, thank you. We came to that conclusion a while ago.
What are you talking about?
I thought there might be a possibility that she faked her death and tampered with the crime scene.
Nobody else did, asshole.
But now I remember. There was blood on Ibuki's slippers.
Hate you so much.
So if she faked her death and walked around the music venue tampering with the crime scene, there'd be bloody footprints left in various places throughout the venue.
All of my hate.
So that's why I think there's no way she faked her death. There's no way Ibuki committed suicide.
You know, we already finished talking about that a while ago.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say it because I knew the game was gonna say it itself.
Huh? Really?
Really?
That's annoying. I guess I should just awkwardly laugh about it then.
Are you freaking kidding me? There's no limit to how useless you can be.
Or annoying. Once again, Hajime has it up to here with this shit. No, wait a minute. If Ibuki had blood on her feet, there'd be footprints all over the place if she kept walking around.
That's strange. That's very strange.
Like a doctor.
This is strange? What's strange?
I see, it's not something we finished talking about. Those footprints, there's still an important clue left that we completely overlooked. Just as Nagito said, if she had blood on her feet, she would have left footprints on the stepladder. Why didn't Ibuki leave behind footprints? Shit. No. Yes. Stepladder should have had blood on it.
I can prove it with this! If Ibuki used the stepladder to hang herself, it's strange that there weren't any footprints on it.
Huh? There weren't?
Yeah, that stepladder was completely clean. No footprints or bloodstains at all.
Dude, we can see the bloodstains right there, so...
Do you notice such a small detail? How amazing! This is truly the talent of a chosen ultimate!
What are you talking about? You don't need to suck my dick, Nagito. I'm flattered, but I don't swing that way. You were obviously leading us to this. That's why you brought up the suicide topic after all this time. Nikita Komeda. You're definitely someone I shouldn't underestimate. Or trust, or listen to, or be in the same room with.
But didn't you say you saw that video of Ibuki climbing the stepladder?
Yeah, and you guys all believed me. Ha!
Then I think there's no doubt that she really did climb it.
Unless there was something funny about that video.
Oh, Chiaki, it was hilarious. Let me take you through it.
I see. So there was some kind of trick arranged in that video,
But that's something only Hajime would know, since he's the only one who saw that video.
So, just as I thought, it comes down to that. The mystery surrounding this incident is contained in that video. And whether or not we can reach that hidden truth is all up to me.
Hajime, I leave it in your hands.
That could also be the tagline for this game. Protagonist? Go for it, dude.
As long as I leave this to you, I won't tell you to do your best, but oh well. You should get started already.
Yep, she's still pretty pissed at me, I think.
Yeah, I'll definitely try.
Do or do not, there is no try. If there was some hidden clue in that video, it should have been something strange as I watched it. I'm the only one who can clear that up. I'm the only one who actually saw that video. So I'm the only one who can do it! The hanging video that I saw. The stepladder doesn't have blood on it, but the other one does. Based on everything we know from the arguments thus far, I should be able to figure out what's strange. For instance, there was a certain item present when we investigated the crime scene that wasn't in the video. You can't actually see the candle, I think. This part, based on what I saw in the video, that doesn't seem... No.
Damn it!
Bloodstains? Here, there were supposed to be bloodstains. I thought it was the candle. You can't see the candle here.
That's right, I remember now. There was definitely something strange about that video.
And it didn't look good. Hey, who should we call?
Can you explain it to us?
Very slowly and repeatedly, using flashbacks.
What's strange is that stepladder I mentioned earlier. It's true that the steps of that stepladder weren't dirty, but on one side, there was a bloodstain, right on the left side of the stepladder. However, that contradicts the video I saw at the hospital.
You'll just have to take my word for it.
There weren't any bloodstains on the stepladder in the video. It was completely clean.
That is truly strange. If the video showed the moment of Ibuki's death, then Hiyoko should have already been dead by that point.
Yarp.
Even so, the fact is the stepladder had blood on it at the actual crime scene. But the stepladder in the video was completely bloodless.
And there's no way the video was recorded in advance. If that's the case, the only thing I can think of is...
I think you're right, Rainy Day Man. The video must have been staged. There must have been 2 stepladders.
It's possible those 2 stepladders were completely different.
Or what Chiaki said.
Wait, are you saying there were 2 stepladders?
And maybe 2 killers? And 2 victims? And 2 titty twisters? No, it's titty typhoons. Titty Twister is from Dusk Till Dawn. This one, the music venue, is called Titty Typhoon. Gotta keep your titties straight.
But where would you find another stepladder? There was only one stepladder in the music venue.
Then one of the stepladders was somewhere other than the music venue.
What do you mean?
You're suggesting that the stepladder in the video isn't the only thing that's different. Am I right? That's amazing, Chiaki! All that gaming has given you incredible deduction skills! Is it okay to say that?
And we're going meta again.
What are you two talking about?
The stepladder isn't the only thing that's different. Shiaki said that the stepladder was at a different place, but if so, doesn't that mean the video I saw is completely wrong? Which means the thing that's different between that video and the actual scene of the crime. Does it mean the killer used that surveillance camera unit to do something at that place? Okay, Rainy Day Man, I'm gonna... yeah, the conference room. You're probably right. Although, that doesn't say conference room. Shit. I have no idea. No, none of them. Not a G. Not an L. Okay. I don't know. No. But I don't know what I'm doing. Film. It's filming location. That's what it is. Meaning I need an M. And I need another M. Yeah, sorry if I don't talk too much during this, but I kinda need to concentrate. Give me a G. Ah, shit. Come on, give me a G. Come on, T's. T for Timmer. Come on.
Besides the stepladder, the filming location must have been different too.
What do you mean?
I mean, the video I saw was not filmed at the music venue. It was filmed somewhere else.
But the hospital monitor is supposed to display footage captured by the music venue camera, you know?
Then, there's a possibility that the killer also tampered with the surveillance camera unit.
And who has the technical expertise to do that? In order to show us that they filmed the video at the music venue instead of somewhere else, what did the killer do to that surveillance camera unit? mounted on camera are part of the surveillance camera unit. The video I saw at the hospital should have been filmed with the camera at the music venue. If that video was filmed somewhere else, the killer was able to do that by moving the camera to the conference room, like you said, Rainy Day Man. Oh, it's this crap again. Whee! Whee! See, this is why I don't play action games on this stream, because I have to concentrate. The camera. Right? Alright. What the? Okay, I wasn't really paying attention. This is also why I don't play the game drunk. Oh shit. Duh. Woo! Living on the edge! Which totally screwed me over. Man, I'm bad at this. Fuck. Oh, yeah, I'm glad that more people are watching this now. Me totally screwing up this easy part, actually. Man, I used to be good at this stuff. The killer temper with the camera at the music venue or the hospital? The one at the music venue! Yeah, you do. You know, this would be a really intense game if you were high. I'm running out of life here. Oh, shit. Come on. I'm just gonna take it easy, do it slow, there's plenty of time. No need to be a hero. Slow and steady wins the race. What the? Ah, shit. They took it with them. Okay, this should be it, guys. Whee! Okay, that took way too much effort for my liking.
It's all coming together.
Let's all come together. Right, check.
That's it. The killer just brought the camera from the music venue.
And we've been going for an hour, so that's where we're ending the gaming part of the stream. Because I need a minute to recover from that logic dive thing. So let me just stop the recording and we'll go from there.